Uh, it needs to move. Um, Again, we learned about that when I was in elementary school. I'm sorry, middle school. Growing up in North Augusta, I remember that lesson quite vividly.
What
And
lesson?
well, about what happened with the Hamburg massacre. I remember that when I was in the seventh grade, I believe, at North Augusta Middle School, when they taught us that. And even at that juncture, I'm like, okay, that's kind of interesting, you know. So when you see the inscription and the monument is there as though it's honoring an individual when there were multiples that perished on that day who essentially did nothing wrong, you know, it's kind of problematic and uncomfortable for a lot of people, you know. As I said, if you look at my platform speaks to the people. And it seems kind of split, but per the conversation that I've had, black and white, they seem pretty united that it needs to go.
So you mentioned that you learned in school about the Hamburg massacre.
Mhm.
I did not actually.
Yeah. Well, being from North Augusta, it was like it's just the same thing with
Part
the
of history.
yeah, same thing with the Hampton Terrace Hotel. You know,
But if the statue, if the monument was moved, edit that. Not a second. If the monument was moved, wouldn't that get rid of the ability to talk about it, and you would maybe not wouldn't have learned about it in school?
Yeah. Well, I didn't say throw it in the trash or in the bottom of Savannah. That's not what I said. Definitely remove. Also, if you revert back to my website, one of the things that I would like to see in our city is a museum that expands more than just the Heritage and Art Center at the municipal building. And so that would be a great place for it to go because the museum is going to showcase our past, present, and future direction of our city. So I'm not saying throw it in the trash. You know, that day happened. You know, it did. So I'm not saying, you know, just
But you would advocate for moving it to the museum.
right. Absolutely.
Who has the authority to make the decision on what happens?
Well, right now it's at the state level because there's legislature that's in place that kind of prohibits anybody from just saying, okay, we're gonna take it down. So we're waiting to see what they decide on.